everybody, my name is Toby, and today we're playing Leap Day. Again. For the 5th time. I think I might start switching it up eventually, but for right now I'm going to just stick to what I know. Especially since it's a single level a day. Alright. So as you can see, it's been a couple days since I last played. And recorded anyway. So it's been a little hectic. But I'm not going to talk about that. Instead, I'm going to talk about some nice things. Like AGDQ just happened. I've been enjoying that. Of course, it's happened several weeks ago now. But I usually don't watch it live because I don't have the time to spend sitting around for 4 hours for pop for the longer runs. So I usually watch the VODs on YouTube when they come out. Which is nice. I mean, you don't get the interaction and you don't get a chance to donate, but it's better. It's still better than not having it. Which is why, if this YouTube channel eventually takes off, is why I'd like to try a speedrun. And the one that I started thinking about was Jedi Bounty Hunter, or no, Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I'm grasping for words as I'm dying repeatedly. But yeah, it's a cool game where you play as Jango Fett. You probably remember it. It's like the predecessor to what would have been 1313. But anyway, yeah, I think that would be a cool game to speedrun because first of all, I really enjoy it. Go ahead. Despite its age and sometimes bad controls, but we'll see. When I was first speccing out a YouTube channel, I thought about having like a 10-minute speed run, where I would play through a game and try to get as far through it as I could. And see how far I could get through, like, the original Mario in 10 minutes. See how far I could get, and then challenge other people to try to beat that. Which they most certainly could. But I think it would be a fun little thing. And once again, I'm not expecting this channel to become a sensational, life-changing thing. Because this is a lot funner than I originally thought it would be, which is nice. But yeah, that's all I had to say about AGDQ. I can't wait for SGDQ, which I didn't realize was an entirely separate thing until they mentioned it. So that'll be cool I get 2 speedrunning things, which is not great because I've already got such a huge queue of things I'd like to see. One of those things I recently watched was the Godzilla anime that's on Netflix. And let me tell you, I think I have been indoctrinated into the idea of just binge watching an entire series in one sitting, because when I realized that it was only 1 episode, I got really miffed. Because I was like, I want to watch the entire thing right now. But, yeah, that's probably a sentiment that a lot of us hold, but I think in this day and age, we're trained to, I want this thing immediately. And it might be good for me, especially considering how much I have to, how much I have to, or I want to watch. I don't have to watch anything. But yeah, the first episode anyway was amazing. So the sound might be a little weird today, because I've had a hectic couple of days, and didn't get a chance to record this. So right now I'm sitting in my van that I use for work, taking my break, and recording this. So, just in case you didn't know, I work as a courier for the local BOCES, delivering mail to the school district that our city's in. And it's a nice job. It affords me the chance to try this out because I only work 5 hours a day. There we go. I also think I'm not really sure how this goes yet, but I think I'm okay, like taking pauses while I'm playing in talking. Of course, I don't know what the etiquette is on that. If you're supposed to just continue to talk about any little thing while you're playing, or if it's okay to just pause and just take a breath. Which I think, now that I'm saying that out loud, nope. Now that I'm saying that out loud, yeah, I should be able to pause and think about what I'm gonna say. Well, I don't really have anything to say. Oh, yeah, there's another little thing. I just started listening to a podcast, where this, Jeff Kanata, who is a game journalist, and he's doing a project where he is doing a podcast a day for like 13 minutes. It's called Newest Best Now or something like that. It's like the first thing that pops up on the Apple Podcasts. But it's a good show. But what really impressed me was the fact that he's doing just 13 or 15 minutes a day, like minimal editing, and just putting something out there, kind of like this. And at the end of the episode, it like tells you about a app called Anchor that actually helps you make podcasts, and let's record them and post them as podcasts, which I thought was, well, it is a huge big production to make a podcast generally, but I've downloaded it. I'm gonna check it out when I get a chance, because I think I think that'd be a good way of testing out doing a podcast without having to spend the insane amount of cash I would want to drop on actual podcasting equipment and actually get a good. Give me a second. Actually get a good podcast setup for me and for my friends. So maybe a cheap clip-on microphone, and I'll test out the app and get a cheap clip-on microphone and see how it goes. But it should be interesting, because I have a lot of hobbies I'd like to get back into, and for the past, whoops, crud. Can't get that now. Alright. For the past several years, I have been lackadaisical, or even to the point of not wanting to do anything. And that is hopefully changing. But we'll see. Because if I can't concentrate or feel like doing... And there's the bugs. If I can't concentrate or feel like doing a podcast or this, then I can't spend the money on it. Whoops. Which is something I'm holding myself to. Stupid bugs. Those are like my least favorite enemy types, is these things. Because they are difficult to deal with. So as you can see right here, they repeated a section of the level, which is fine. If you play this enough, you'll start recognizing the... I mean, it's not infinite. They have... Infinite or random, they have these set up. So you may be wondering how long my break is, considering how long this game has been going on. And the funny thing is that this job, I have to spend 5 hours, regardless of how much actual time regardless how much actual time I spend doing the actual job, I have to spend 5 hours. So in the morning, I have to wait for the main thing to actually get open. I have to wait for the district office to get opened up and that sort of thing. So, depending on what I get here, I have like another 6 minutes before I have to spend another half an hour waiting for the thing. So, don't worry about me getting fired or anything for this. So I've had several friends start listening and watching, which is really nice, and I thank them for that. Not sure exactly how long I could keep them engaged for, but maybe they'll be just the start of several people who subscribe, and maybe you're somebody new that just started, and if so, I hope you're enjoying this, because I am. So yeah, next week, it's gonna be really hard for me. Ooh. Oh, crud. Alright, this one is gonna take some concentration. Next week is gonna be slightly hard for me to keep a schedule, because Monster Hunter Worlds is out, and it's going to be fantastic. I absolutely cannot wait for it. I recently just got a PS4, well, recently as in last year, but I have been enjoying it so much. It is such a good game console, and that's coming from somebody who has always been a Nintendo fanboy. Ah, crud. Alright. Well, we have the pattern set, and we should be able to get through this. So please forgive any pauses as I concentrate very, very hard. But yeah, I can't wait for Monster Hunter Worlds to come out, because all of my friends just recently got PS4s. Well, comparatively recently got PS4s, because, like I said, we're all Nintendo fanboys. And there we go! So yeah, let's see what this next week brings, and maybe see what else I could talk about during this thing. I think I've learned that I can take pauses of concentration, and that talking all the way through a thing is incredibly difficult, so I'm not gonna try to do that much talking, that is. Let's see what we get. Aww! Get a little guy.